Okay, still feeling a little bit of doubt. Okay, who here has heard of Twitter? Okay, 3 people over there and that lady. Okay. To the rest of you, I sympathise. I myself had not heard of Twitter until 2004, when I sat in a bar in Cambodia talking to the worst man I'd ever met. And I don't know what you know about, well, you probably know, but I don't know what the rest of you know about the rules of drinking with strangers in bars in far-flung parts of the world. But part of the deal is you have to listen to their tale of woe. And he had quite the tale of woe, as that afternoon he had been banned from the local brothel. Now, again, I don't know what everyone other than you knows about brothels in Southeast Asia, but you got to go some to get banned from one. And I said, how did you get banned from the local brothel? And Alistair, for my sins, he told me. He said, I like debauchery. And I particularly enjoy paying close attention to the Twitter. And I said, what's the Twitter? And he said, it's the smooth bit between a lady's arsehole and her vagina. And I made a terrible error. And I said, why? Why is it called the Twitter? And he said, because it's halfway between the twat and the shitter. Now, I didn't hear of Twitter again for a few more years. Until a website was launched aimed at gentlemen such as this, and it became quite the big deal. And if you wanted to have a career in politics, media, like anything really, they were like, you've got to get big on Twitter. And I was like, I don't want to, mate. He just like, you've got to get big on Twitter. And I was like, why? And he was like, you've got everybody's on it. I looked into it, 11% of the country, and it was like, yeah, but the important 11% who live in Islington, the tastemakers. So I looked into it. It made me seem to be a website aimed at pussies fighting. Now, as I said, I remember a time when people would fight properly in the street. But it's not like the old days. You don't have to go looking for a fight. There's a leaderboard of the top 10 most pointless fights happening on any particular day. So I logged on one morning to see what could be seen, and on the leaderboard, the #1 most pointless fight happening in the world was about a celebrity called Jameela Jamil, who I'd never heard of before, but she'd apparently just got a job presenting a television programme, which seemed reasonable to me, as she is a television presenter. But half of the internet were very happy about that for no reason, and half of the internet were very cross about that for no reason, and they were just fucking going at it in the town square. And I was like, how the fuck does someone try and sell tickets in the middle of this? My agent was like, I don't know, but people do. Fucking try. So I'm looking at it going, how am I going to get in there? And as I was looking, something amazing happened. A noted feminist journalist rode into Twitter's town square on her steed, clicking her spurs, and she went, I'm going to sort this problem out. And she pulled out her gun, and she did a tweet. And the tweet said this: to those of you criticising Jameela Jamil, I will say this. She is a woman of colour living in a racist society, and as such should not be criticised for anything. I thought, fuck me! That's a point. That's a point. It's a big point. It's a point on a moral, ethical, sociological level I don't think Twitter's demonstrated an ability to deal with yet today. I thought, what the fuck's going to happen now? And then something terrible happened. A man replied. And not just any type of man. The worst type of man. A white man. This gammon-faced, porcine-fingered piece of shit waddled into the town square with his fat sausage fingers going, I'm going to ruin everybody's day with an opinion that nobody fucking asked for. And he said this, although well-meaning, I would say that to remove someone from criticism is in fact to infantilise them. To infantilise somebody is to say that they're less than you, and to say that somebody is less than you is in of itself racist. Sorry. Who asked you, pig boy? Fuck off! Luckily, the feminist retweeted what the man said milliseconds later, and she said, "This is what women on Twitter have to put up with. Being mansplained to by a man." Yes, fucking queen, sister! The internet erupted in celebration. Every feminist came out of every digital nook and cranny over the hill, and they went, "Who run the world? Girls. Who run the world? Girls." Stay down, mic drop, fuck you, you piece of shit. And I was like, I get it. I get it now. I see why people like this. It's amazing. A vanquished foe. We were all there high-fiving. All the digital champagne corks were flying. It was fucking amazing. We were having such a time. And then at the height of our celebration, the man came back. And he said, you are wrong. For I'm not a man. I am a gay man. What up? Then we're off to the fucking races. Everybody knows gay man beats cis-het straight woman at rock, paper, Twitter. Instantly, the men's rights activists came up over the hill going, "Get your tits out, get your tits out for the lads. Get your tits out for the lads." The feminists returned a volley of fire. Gammon! Patriarchy! They came back with tits and body, patriarchy! In the middle of this, the original feminist was going, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'll listen, I'll learn, I'll read. I didn't realize I was being rude to a gay man. I thought I was being rude to another human being. Mea culpa, please do not destroy my life and career. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." But she was fucked. She was out of it because she was playing identity politics, which is basically poker. And everyone knows you never bet till you've seen the flop. She was fucking out of it. They were going out, the feminists, the men's rights activists, kicking the shit out of each other. It was kicking off. In the middle of this, some cunt tried to go all in on the fact he was half French. Like, Brexit was ages ago. The fuck out of it. Don't bring a baguette to a knife fight, you fanny.